Hi, my name is Siyoung, and I'm here to teach you about on 6th grade worksheets week 16. So, here's the problems that we're going to do, and before we go on to some questions, I'm going to go over the concepts and basic review from the last worksheets. Okay, so equations they means that they contain equal sign. Like here, as you can see, those equal signs. And like I said, the right side of the equal sign is called right side. And the left side of the equal sign is the left side. So this is the important concept. If you add or subtract or multiply or divide on one side, you have to do it on the other side of the equation too. Okay, so let's see what I means by solving these equations. So there's x, there's 7, and there's 42. And there's equal sign, and there's addition sign. Let's subtract 7 to left the x by itself of the one side of the equations. So it cancels out, 7 cancels out, and since you subtract 7 on one side of the equation, you have to subtract 7 on the other side of the equation. So x left by itself, and 42 minus 7, 3, 12, 35. So x equals 35. This is really important, so I recommend you to memorize this rule. Okay, so let's do number 6. This side of the equation contains subtraction and multiplications. What I mean by that is 91 minus 11 times x equals 15. But you have to multiply first. When there's addition and multiplications or divisions, you have to divide or multiply first. So this is the rule. And if there's multiplications, you have to subtract or add first. What I mean by that is you can just subtract 11 and 11, and you can just divide 11 on both sides because there's 91 left. So if there's multiplication like this in one side of the equation, you have to subtract or add first. So let's subtract 91 and 91. So negative 11 x, which also means that there's multiplications, equals the 91 plus 58 is 433, negative 33. So negative 11x equals negative 33. So now you can divide or multiply any numbers. So let's divide negative 11 on both sides. So negative 11 over negative 11 is just 1 because they cancels out, and negative 1 divided by negative 1 is always just positive. Same concept applies on here too. So negative 33, negative 11. They cancels out to 33, 11 because two negative sign, they change to positive sign. And 33 over 11 is 3. So they cancels out to x equals just 3. Okay, so let's move on to inequalities. I also recommend you to memorize this, that addition and subtraction do not change the sign, and multiplication and division do change the sign. However, one more rule applies here, only negative numbers. So if you multiply or divide positive numbers, it does not change. But if you multiply or divide negative numbers, they do change. That's the only exception. So let's do number 5. Like I said, there's multiplication over here and subtraction over here. You have to add or subtract first. So add 5 on both sides. So it cancels out, and 16x is greater than 16. Okay, be careful. This 16 is positive. Like I said, if you divide or multiply positive numbers, the sign does not change. So divide by 16x is greater than 16, so divide 16 by both sides, and they cancels out, so x is greater than 1. Notice how I did not change the sign? Yeah, because it's positive numbers. Okay, let's do number 7. So for this question, this contains also positive and negative numbers. So you have to subtract 82 first. Negative 82, negative 82 on both sides. So negative x is greater than negative 82 plus 44, and which is 7, negative 38. So this is not the final answer, so you have to divide negative 1 on both sides. They cancels out, negative signs cancels out, and x is not greater than because you divide negative numbers, as you see. So the correct way of writing this is x is less than. X is less than 38. This is the final answer. Okay, so let's do sequences. For finding sequences, it is more easier to notice the sequences when you recognize the difference between the numbers in front and the number next to it. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 2 is also 2. So I can assume that plus 2 and plus 2, right? 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So for the 4th term, because we have to find next 3 terms, yeah, okay. So plus 2, I can assume that the 5th term is also plus 2, and 6th term will be also plus 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. And 10 plus 2 is 12. 8, 10, 12. So the answer is 8, 10, 12. Okay, let's do number 2. Number 2 is kind of special case that there's multiple way of finding the sequence and get the same answer. What I mean by that is 6 minus 3 is 3. 9 minus 6 is also 3. So I can assume that they're also plus 3. No, 3 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is also 9. But you can also think of this way. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And the 4th term, 5th term, and 6th term, 3 times 4 will be something. And 3 times 5 will be something. So let's try it. So 9 plus 3 is 12. But if you look at this, 3 times 4 is also 12. And plus 3, so 12 plus 3 is 15. And 3 times 5 is also 15. So they all get same answer. So the answer is 6. Okay, so 3 times 6 is 18, and 15 plus 3 is 18. 18. So answer is 12, 15, and 18. All of the problems are kind of similar to each other, so I hope you can do all the questions left, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time.